I'm Pastor Brett Wilson. I am sitting back here in the back of our worship space we call the sanctuary. In the back alcove, we have some things that have been fixtures back here that I want to tell you about and introduce you to one new thing that will be back here and invite you to engage with it. Behind me, you see these old cross-shaped, what were once hymn boards that hung up and told you what hymns we were singing, or have been for some time our joys and concerns prayer boards. And you see they are almost full of post-it notes from people in our congregation and in the community who stop by and leave their prayer concerns, their joys, their thanks, their worries. And I've been encouraging people just to read these, whether it be stopping by in church on Sunday. We also share a picture of them every week on our social media. And that just by reading them, it's a form of prayer and lifting those things to God. Also back here is going to be something new, and I want to invite everyone of any age to engage with it. You see, many years ago when I started here as pastor, I was leading the just couple of kids that we had at the time in Sunday school class, and at the end of every Sunday school class, I had a bowl from the kitchen that I called the question bowl, and I would invite the kids to wonder and write down on slips of paper and put their questions in the bowl, and then we'd read them and wonder about them together. And I've been hungering to bring that back, but also make it open to everybody of any age. And at the encouragement of one of our parents, as we start off our learning year, I want to introduce you to the question box. So this little box is going to sit back in our back alcove as a fixture from here on out. And it has a sign on it that says, ask anything about church, God, faith, the Bible, or Lutheranism, or really like anything else church related that you want. There will be slips of paper next to it at all times. You can stick this in here. You can also add your questions at any time online. There'll be a form. So then here's the thing. The question box does not mean you are going to get a definitive answer, but it means that your questions are welcome here. The part of faith is doubt and grappling and wondering and asking big stuff and wondering more. Our children really lead the way on this. Kids are sometimes unafraid to ask questions, and I'd love to encourage that same community spirit among us all. Because if we're honest, we do have big and hard and at times gnarly questions about God and faith and life. Also an invitation to discuss some of those big questions or have some big talk on theological and real life topics, and that is at Pub Theology. So this bigger whiteboard here is an invitation to leave topic ideas for future Pub Theology. We are going to be restarting Georgetown Pub Theology with once a month gatherings. The first one will be on September 24th at 6 p.m. at Mr. Smith's in Georgetown, probably upstairs. So join us there. It's a low-key restaurant, bar, and just plan to come and join us. The topic that night is, what do we owe each other? What do we owe each other? We believe in bringing our whole selves, which means opinions, worries, thoughts, joys. Your contribution matters too. Just to finish the thought that, because you might be wondering, what's going to happen if I put a question in the question box? First of all, they can be anonymous. I will screen them as needed. But in general, I want it to be a community sharing place. And so I'm going to use another space in this back alcove to display questions that have been put in, and I'll share my thoughts and invite others to share theirs, or resources or places to learn more about some of these things. So the question box, bring your questions.